Hey guys, it's Natalie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing the end of year book tag, and I've seen this all over YouTube and I was wondering why people were posting this because I was like, it's not the end of the year yet, we have a whole month left. But I think that this video is intended for close to the end of the year, so you can say like what your reading plans are and things like that and stuff that you want to finish so that you still have a little bit of time left. So I guess that makes sense. So today we're going to be doing the end of year book tag. So the first question of the end of the year book tag is, are there any books/series you need to finish by the end of the year? So if this is talking about DNF'd books, I usually don't go back to books once I DNF them because I have to really decide that I hate it so much that I don't ever want to read it again. Otherwise, I will try to push through a book. And the only series that I want to finish by the end of the year is probably the Truly Devious series by Maureen Johnson, because I want to read the first two books before the third one comes out in January, so that's my plan. So the second question says, do you have an autumnal book you're carrying on into the winter season? So as far as December goes, I'm going to be reading a lot of romance books, honestly, so I probably won't be reading any like autumnal books. I'm just going to be reading a lot of romance books because it's the time of year where I feel the happiest. Christmas time is my favorite time of year, and I just feel so happy and full of joy and love and gratefulness, and I just want to feel happy, so I'm going to read a lot of romance books. And the only 4 books I'm going to read that aren't romance books are The Winterwood by Shea Earnshaw. I'm going to be reading Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi, and then the first 2 books in the Truly Devious series. So other than those 4 books, which aren't really autumnal, I'm just going to be reading romance. So no, I wouldn't say I'm carrying on any autumnal books into the winter season. So the next question says, is there a sequel that isn't out yet that you're waiting for before the end of the year? Why yes, I am going to be waiting for Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi, which is being released on December 3rd, which is the second book in the Orisha series, which I'm super excited for. That's probably one of my most anticipated releases of the year, so I'm so excited to get my hands on that one. The rest of the books that I'm waiting for that I'm super excited about aren't coming out until January, so as far as the ones that are coming out in 2019 goes, I think Children of Virtue and Vengeance is the only one. So the next question says, is there a book that you think could shock you and become your favorite book of the year? So there's 2 books I think have the potential for this, and it's Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin and The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm reading both of those books this month, and I think they both have pretty good potential to become my favorite book of the year. So far, my favorite book of the year is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and so far no book has topped that. So I think these 2 books have potential just from what I've heard of them and my personal taste in books and everything like that. I'm so excited. Serpent and Dove actually just arrived at my boyfriend's house today. He texted me and said it's there, so I'm so excited to go get it. And also, 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was my book of the month pick this month, and it's on the way to his house, and I'm so excited to get it. So the next question says, what are 3 books you want to try to finish by the end of the year? And I actually forgot that on my December TBR, I actually have 3 books that I want to read, and they're all similarly entwined. So it's Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. So Wayward Son just came out and it's gotten a lot of hype, and so I really want to reread Fangirl and Carry On before I read Wayward Son. So yeah, those are 3 books that are like all related that I really want to read. I totally forgot that it was on my TBR, and then I just looked at my December TBR on Goodreads and I was like, oh, I forgot about that. So yeah, I plan on rereading those before the end of the year. So the last question says, reading goals for 2020. Yes, I have reading goals for 2020. I have the worst habit ever of obsessively planning my TBR. I literally planned the next entire year of reading on my Goodreads, and I just deleted all the lists because I was so obsessive about it. I literally planned my next year of reading, my next entire year of reading. Like, how crazy is that? So I want to start just reading what I want to read when I want to read it, instead of obsessively planning and making lists and like making requirements for myself, and I just want to read whatever I want. So I deleted all those lists recently, and now I'm only planning like 1 or 2 months in advance rather than 12 entire months in advance. I don't know why I do this. Does anybody else do that? I feel crazy and ridiculous. A couple of 2020 reading plans I have are to get a couple of series out of the way. So first of all, I want to get the Harry Potter series out of the way because I feel like I'm the only person on planet Earth who has not read the Harry Potter series, and I really just need to like get on that train already. I just have never read it. So I'm definitely going to be reading the Harry Potter series in 2020. I also plan on reading all of the books in the Grishaverse by Leigh Bardugo because everybody has already, and I feel like I need to too because it's like a building block of the booktube community. So I'm definitely going to be reading those, and I also really want to read all of the Cassandra Clare books. I don't know if that's going to happen because Cassandra Clare has written so many books at this point, it's just so hard to keep up. But you know, I want to read like the Clockwork series, I want to read the Mortal Instrument series, like I want to read all of those because there's just so many, and I feel like they're so critical to the booktube community, and I feel like once I've read those I can be like more in the loop, you know what I mean? Because everybody loves the Shadowhunter series, everybody loves the Harry Potter series, everybody loves the Grishaverse, and I feel like I just need to hop on that train already. Also, since I've gotten into fantasy more recently, I'm considering starting to read Sarah J. Maas books, but I'm honestly on the fence about it because I've heard extremely mixed things about like A Court of Thorns and Roses, I think it's called, and then the Throne of Glass series, is that what it's called? I don't know. I've heard a lot of stuff about it and I just don't know if I want to read it or not yet because I've heard really mixed things. But yeah, I might consider reading Sarah J. Maas books. Let me know if you've read them in the comments down below. So I think that concludes my end of the year book tag. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe down below, and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss a single upload. And leave a comment telling me if you guys have any reading plans for 2020, or if you're just going to read whatever you want, or anything like that. So yeah, have a good day. Bye!